Well, my friends, I'm back with another video on the Royal Knights arc of Black Clover. This is technically long, but it mostly combines with a different arc. So yeah, I was kind of right. It was a tournament arc, but I'll get there. I gotta skim through most of this, okay? I'm gonna have to skim through most of it. As it goes all the way up to episode 95. That's how damn long it was. And it's even longer. With 60 episodes for the next arc. So it's going to take me days to finish that. So it's going to take me days to finish that, but I'm going to do it. Oh, I just love Black Clover. And once I've done that, the next arcs are going to be pretty short. Like, literally, the next arcs are going to be pretty short. So, I won't have to worry. And then I can move on to the movie. It's pretty enjoys watching the stories I never saw before. So yeah, the arc opens up in a festival. It opens up with a festival. Basically, it's a ranking festival. So who do we know is in first and last place? Like the stars. How many stars in that year? And it's mostly a filler arc, the festival arc I call it. It's not filler. It's a mini arc. So I need it. It's gonna be a mini arc. And that's some important stuff. Alright, the best one also announces 2 new captains for the Crimson Lion Kings and the Purple Walkers. They're new captains. One of them is actually related to Frugolian, his older sister. Anyway, Golden Dawn's coming first place with the stars, right? As you know. Second place goes to the Black Bulls. They shot everyone. And Golden said something much louder in shock. You should go to them, you should go downstairs. Oh, cat's up here. It's been up here for hours. I'm going to be. Sorry about that. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah. And so yeah. I'll send you about have a great moment together. We're going to strive in front of many bears. I had to skim for it. So if you want to watch the anime, go ahead. It's on Crunchyroll, but you need a subscription for it. Or just buy the DVDs. I've done it. If you're American, you probably had them all out. I'm not sure. Anyway. Anyway. As I walk downstairs, asking you what happened to Frugolian's sister, who Yami nicknames Sisgolian. But I'm gonna say Leo's sister. I can't remember her name. trying to motivate her team. And she kind of drags Asta and Yuna along with them. Even dragging Noelle, who was dragging Noelle and Yami. Along with Charlotte and Sol. If you don't know who Charlotte is, she's captain of the Blue Rose Knights. Gets unique interactions as they do some training. And they're doing a lot of training. Also figures the way to use his new power. Actually, in a festival, big in a festival, let's go back a bit. Because the king himself, Clover King, announces a special group, announces that they found the hideout of the Eye of the Midnight Sun. So he's putting together a special team called the Royal Knights to take them on. So he's holding a tournament for all Magic Knights. Only the top few will be chosen to be part of the team. So training's done. Everyone's getting ready for the tournament, I guess. I don't know, it's a lot of episodes I kind of forgot. I guess going for it. If I didn't miss something, I probably forgot, so let me know in the comments down below if I missed something during this explanation. Okay. That's the time. It's time for the tournament. Like most of the Black Wolves are participating. Asta, Noelle, Magna and Luck. An unexpected participant though. We're about to get to him in a bit. We also got Asta, Mimosa and Klaus. We also have a few other familiar faces from the Golden Dawns, Rebel Walkers, Blaze, you know what I mean. Yeah. Got a little more focus on the captain of the Aquadia. And this is one of my favourite arcs, just the brilliant non-stop action. That's why I like tournament arcs and shonen anime. They'll be much more fun with abilities and stuff. Of course, the type of tournament arc, I don't mind regular ones, but there are ones with a unique type of setting where characters can use their abilities and strengths. Go all out and move about and just be on one stage. That's more the type of tournament arc I like. Because there's a lot of fun seeing characters, how strong the protagonist gets, facing off against some friends. Anyway, unexpected participant. Of course, Noel's siblings are Noel's brother is taking place in it. Named Solid. And anyway. Finrod is also participating for some reason. You don't expect him to participate, he's more of a coward, but he's actually grown a bit. Like I said in my previous video, the opening seems to give it a little focus on him. Actually, the arc did start with I think it was just a filler episode, where Mimosa, Klaus, and Yuna giving all the information you know about the Eye of the Midnight Sun. Also, Finrod's got a new look. It's not a bad look, but I get used to his old style, but I get to use the new ones too quickly as well. So, Doesn't bother me much. He's a likable character. Like how Finn was actually wanting to do this, the battle in this tournament. He wants to get. He's actually wanting to. He's doing what he can to defeat his brother, who's also participating. Very good luck, glad to mention this previously, but his brother is actually vice captain to the Golden Dawns. I'm not gonna go over the battles. Anyway, another participant comes named Zol. At least that's what he's calling himself. That's not his real name now. He just pretending to be that guy. Zol's actually the vice captain of the Purple Orcas. But this guy took him down earlier on. But we get more context for why he did that later on. So, yeah. This guy's a unique new character. And seems to be... Seems young and new too. Anyway. So, Asta gets paired up with Zol and Mimosa. It's very unique. A unique matchup gives the protagonist a chance to fight the battle against his friends. Tournament arcs are the best. Like, the protagonist can fight his friend, have a friendly fight with his friend. Seriously, I like that type of storytelling for tournament arcs. One of those examples was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. It was during the finals, Jonochi versus Yugi, which actually was a filler episode in the two-part filler episode in the anime. That's no joke. But I think I'm more expand on this when I talk about the anime someday. And that's a promise. Yeah, that was an emotional battle between two friends. They both had something riding on the line. So neither of them won't lose. We didn't know who to root for. Again, I think I want to touch more upon that when I actually get to Yu-Gi-Oh! Someday. Because I want to be already Duel Master Duel anime. Anyway. So I'll skip over some burst battles against non-important battles. We just know that Zol's a bit of a... uses trap type magic. Well, it's not type. Uses magic, that's basically trap, okay? It's trap magic. It's a very neat magic. Oh, by the way, Crunchyroll actually updated while I was watching one of the episodes of the arc. Now it adds a skip intro function, which actually was way overdue. Like, look at other streaming platforms like, well, I'm not sure about Highlight because I never watched anything on there. Netflix has a skip intro function. Of course, you want to skip an anime opening, but I only usually see it opening once, or skip every time the next episode comes on for the arc. Off topic. Anyway, so. Hey, most important fights comes with Noelle's team. She's on the same team as Yuno. And she ends up facing against her brother Solid. It was an epic win as she trounced her brother, who was mocking her the whole time. That felt well deserved. She proved him wrong. She's not useless. She's not a disgrace. Now it's definitely grown a lot. And once the next arc is complete, I'd be able to get to the time skip. Looking forward to see what that next arc has entail. And looks like that part of the story is going to be interesting. Anyway, after that, actually, Mimosa has a brother who's more narcissistic, but he gets put in his place. Matt loses, Luck loses. Their battles. They're both. Matt ran up against Asta's team. It was truly amazing, though. Let's get that. We cut to Binro's team as he balances his brother. His brother seems to. Binro learned a new spell. That's pretty cool. A comedic moments has happened. His brother has some kind of ominous power. He's learned that the Wizard King wasn't, since he's the one who dressed this tournament, had another reason for signing up. Thinking that it might be another, still thinking it's another trio, but not an intentional one. Like, unintentionally betraying them, like a sleeper agent. And turns out, Binro's brother had that. Binro tried his best, but ends up getting badly injured and about to death. But his brother wasn't done, tried to kill him more. But he's stopped by the Black Bulls, who were there to protect their friend. And actually, we're going to get more expansive detail on Binro. Binro actually has one person who actually saw who he was. And that's the fiancé of his brother, who became the next head of the state. She was kind to him and so good, and so he was more better than his brother. And well, his brother was more jealous in a way. Even though he was being praised more and had more power, his brother was still kind to him, and he was able to make friends like normal people so easily. That made him jealous. So, the Wizard King comes to a stop to the fight and set us in the next round. So, swap matches round, and the bout, Asta's team versus vice captain of the Golden Dawn's team, Binro's brother. It's an epic fight, and it kind of ends in a draw, since they've both been tournament has crystals that will protect. So that means both of them won't be moving on. I'm really depressed, Asta. But he fought hard. He's the best. So Yuno went on to the finals and won, with his new power. Like the opposite of Asta. Yeah, their powers are kind of opposite. Let's give him that. Asta's bringing down for a bit. That begs the story Captain Yami tells him. He's watching up. It's the story of how he first met William Vengeance. And how they formed their own squads. I'm not going to go much detail about it. This is actually pretty good episodes. Learn the two were rivals, actually. And they had to have a connection. They kind of were like friends. Anyway, Cisgolian comes in abducts Asta, Noel, and Luck. Where they actually were selected to be part of the Royal Knights. The ones that selected, obviously Yuno got selected. The usual characters got selected. Minus Magna. Pretty cool to get new rogues too. The team's led by Cisgolian. And well, they learned the real name of Zola, Shilla, whatever. His name was Zora. His dad was a Machilite on the Purple Orcas, but he was killed by his own teammates because he was a peasant. But Asta made him see the light. So yeah, Zora is now part of the team as well here. And he actually reveals he was actually a Black Bull. He was a match night as a member of the Black Bulls. I see he met Yami years ago. As he gave him that, and well, Yami. So basically, so that's when Yami said there are more members that are not here right now. Is that what he meant? That's most likely what he meant. Again, when I rewatch Black Clover for after I complete the entire series when I get the entire series on DVD as well, I'm gonna see if I notice any details about it. Any details. I'm prepared for a season that's probably coming out next year. I said probably. If it is coming out next year, we'll probably get an announcement at Jump Festa. Or some announcement sometime next year. I don't know. October. So yeah, now they remember those are the real nights. After I'm in a spy. They immediately set out. Set out to the base. Each split into different groups to face off. There's Meanwhile, the Black Ball space. Yamigon was invited to the goal by Vengeance to apologize for what his vice captain did. Nessa went to visit Finmo, who was still in the hospital recovering. Charlie went out to get some snacks, leaving Gosh, Gray, and Golden. But we get more to those characters now here. This part of the story gives these characters some more things to do. Since they were just there. Like, I didn't hate Gray. She just didn't have much. She just didn't do much. She was just that all the time. But she and Gordon really shine in this part of the story. They're attacked. Actually, before they attack, Gosh mentions, why the hell does the base change shape all the time? Because, the interior changes a lot. I mean, don't get an explanation for that. Never really thought about it till now. Why? Never thought that question would come up again. I wonder how my viewing experience will be different now after watching these arcs when I rewatch them on DVD. I'm curious to know. That's the fun of watching stuff for reviews. Is that when you rewatch or replay, you notice in details that you didn't notice on your first watch or playthrough. And the attack by 3 members of the Eye of the Midnight. That by 3 members of the Eye of the Midnight Sun. If we do their best. And while Golden and Gray also are pretty simple backstories. Gray's always been a shy girl. And she just used to transform magic so she can interact properly. But people thought she was weird, a freak, and creepy. But the Black Bulls accepted her for who she was. Even after learning her truth, they considered her a friend. Gordon was part of a family that dealt with curses, so he wasn't allowed to make friends. Couldn't speak up for anything. That way but even though he speaks quietly, the Black Bulls accept him for who he is. And there's a funny moment where Gosh can somehow understand. There's a funny moment that comes a little bit later where Gosh questions, how is he able to understand Golden now? It's quite hilarious. I was like, oh, you now know this? So you was able to understand Golden a few seconds ago. And there are times where Golden does speak a little loud in this spot. And in the bonus attack, we meet a new character. who seemed able to control the building. His name is Henry. He's actually lived there for most of his time. Well, Yami came in. Yami knew about him and kind of made him remember the Black Bulls. And basically, Amy actually learned that Arthur knew about him too. He never mentioned anything. Arthur accidentally stumbled, got lost, and met him. Henry has to get a condition where he steals the magic energy of anyone that comes near. So he's only going to get close to anyone for now. Well, since Arthur didn't have any magic. It was gay. That's really interesting detail. Of course, he can show us keeping the Clover a secret. Well, he knew about everyone and considers them his friends, even though they probably didn't know he was there. Ghost story crap. I'm curious. I really want to know more about Henry. How he's going to become a true member of the Black Bulls. I'm excited to learn more. Alright, tackling the battle continues as Goliath faces off against Raya, the one who uses copy magic. It's really epic. She is one badass woman, like no joke. She is bloody ferocious. At the capital, Ledge confronts the Wizard King, revealing that he was William the whole time. Kind of. So it was a fake red herring. That was sparking clever, I admit that. He was suspected at the start. I suspected him at the start. I was like, I guess he was a red herring after doing the assault on the capital or the Diamond Kingdom. Yeah, it was him the whole time, but sort of. Basically, he's not Lich really, they just share the same body. So Lich and the Wizard King face off. It's a really epic fight. Wizard King really proves himself as a great fighter. And sacrificing himself to save the people. He is killed. And Yami was too late. Emotional moment. As now Lich has all 3 stones. And turns on his comrades. Because he mentions that he's speaking like Lich, but basically saying he's not really Lich. That's a little twist. We'll have to debate. And that part of the story ends with a cliffhanger. But something's wrong with Yuno. He's changed a bit. Let me get a flashback to more detail. Turns out Lich was actually Pare. Who I think was a boy or a girl, I don't know. The genders are really hard to tell when they're kids. And played by female actors. Especially the eyelashes and the ponytail. That is a little tricky to know. He always had his doubt about humans when Lich trusted. I assume the sister of the brother of the woman he married, was actually the first Wizard King. They both used light magic and used a 4-leaf clover grimoire. That's a question. Lich uses some type. When they're attacking by humans, Lich must use a forbidden spell. Forbidden magic. Reincarnation. So I'm probably reincarnated to look like Lich, which must be William. He's got a quest to bring back all of the elves. As he turned on his comrades. I was a human. And that's where the story ends. Well, now there's the arc. Again, I'm gonna start watching more tomorrow. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I just can't help myself. I really can't. I really can't help myself because it's just that good. Story I've never seen before, and get really hyped for the action. So yeah, next arc seems like mostly whatever's going on with this belt. Most of the other members are going to be attacking. Most of the members are going to be attacking each other. You'll see where that goes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel. And look at below. Your video because of you. This was a late video. This is pretty late right now. In the UK, it's now 1:45 a.m. at the time of recording. Of course, this is in the UK. Even though I was live streaming, you probably have a different time zone. Anyway, thank you. I'll see you next time for more Black Clover, which will be completed this week. With the 2 short arcs. And news, in 2 weeks, we'll be getting episode 7 of Ayakashi Triangle. Yeah, 7th episode will start broadcast in 2 weeks. One week before the end of August. So I'll get excited. I'll be back with you on that. Of course, I'm going to rewatch the series, episodes 1 to 6, to get properly familiar now. So, thank you. I'll see you all next time. Killer Phoenix out.